All right, friends of mine, yesterday we read about shearing the sheep, okay? So remember we talked about then and we talked about now. So we had our chart over here, shearing sheep. So remember, shear means to do what to their fur? Like we get our hair cut, the sheep get their what cut? What on them? Do they have hair? What was that called?
No.
What was that called? Who remembers?
Fumbles.
It's not hair. Like a dog has it, a cat has it. When you pet them, it's soft. Can I read it to you? Since we forget. We cut the fur. Can you say fur?
Fur.
So when we shear the sheep, we cut the fur. Then we cut the fur, and now we also cut the fur. Back then, it was 2 people, and it was a slow process, okay? And now it's 1 person, and it is fast, because back then it took 2 people, and they spun the wheel, and they used clippers to drive. So look at the photo here. Remember, it's 2 people, and it took a long time. But now, remember in this photo, they used the electric clipper, so that saved times, and only 1 person can do it. So 1 person can do a lot of sheep versus 2 going slow, okay? So that's what we talked about yesterday. We talked about cutting the fur from then and now. So now today we're going to talk about then and now. So I have 2 friends. I'm going to scooch closer. I feel so far away from you guys. All right, so in this story we have the girl, and she says, life on a farm was hard before. There were machines. There were machines. I'm glad I live on a farm now. And the boy says, not me. I think it would have been fun. There were more people working on the farm back then to talk to. And then over here it says, some things on the farm never change, such as getting up at daybreak and working until the sun goes down. So I'm going to read it one more time, okay? Because we have the girl talking, she's giving her opinion. Remember when we gave our opinion yesterday? So the girl's giving her opinion, and the boy, he's giving his opinion. So they're both saying what they like or what they don't like. So I want you to hear about their opinion, okay? So the girl says, life on a farm was hard before. There were machines. I'm glad I live on a farm now. And then the boy says, not me. I think it would have been fun. There were more people working on the farm back then to talk to. Okay? So the girl says, what does she say? Does she talk about that she likes working on a farm now, or does she like working on a farm then?
Then.
So let's look for clues, Caleb.
Okay.
So she says, life on a farm was hard before. There were machines. I'm glad I live on a farm now. Her clue is the word now. Can you say now?
Now.
So did she like working then, or does she work now? Does she like working now?
Now.
Now, because what's your clue? The clue is the word now. Can we all say now?
Now.
So that's our clue. So she says that she likes living on the farm now. Then let's hear the boy. Let's hear his clue. His first clue's right here. He says, not me. So is he agreeing with her right now?
No.
No, he's saying not me.
No.
He says, I think it would have been fun. There were more people working on the farm back then to talk to. So our clue is back then. Can you say back then?
Back then.
So he would rather work on a farm back then. And he also says not me. Can you say not me?
Not me.
So the clues for the girl was she likes to live on the farm now because we heard her say now. And he says not me. And he also says back then. So that gives us clues that he would rather live on a farm back then. Okay, so they're both giving their opinion. And then over here it says, some things on the farm never change. So we're going to talk about that. Some things on the farm never change, such as getting up at daybreak. So you get up when the sun goes. You start working when the sun goes what, Erica? Up. Good job. And that's what daybreak means. And then you work until the sun goes down. So do you have to work all day? Yeah, and they say that some things never change. So that never changes, okay? So we're going to talk about those things that never change for right now, okay? over here on our chart, we're gonna make a chart. All right. So we're gonna write about the author and what is the same. So I'm gonna say some things on the farm never change. So I'm gonna make that in the middle. So some things on the farm never change. So we just talked about one, okay? So we're gonna give an idea. So we just talked about one from the book. And when we're looking for ideas, if we can't remember, you can look at the pictures, right? So if you can't remember what happened in the story, you can go back through, right, Jesus? And you can look through the pictures and you can see things that help you remind you for clues. Okay, so you can go through the story and look. Or can you have a teacher reread it to you to help you out? So maybe Miss Cobb or Mr. T or Miss Cindy can help you read and you can see what happened so that you can remember. Okay, so we're gonna talk about things that never change on a farm. So the last one right here, we were talking about working on a farm. How long do farmers work on the farm for? Who knows? They work until the sun goes down. So they work, how long do they work? Do they work a long time?
Yeah.
Do they work all day?
No.
They do work all day. Because if they work when the sun goes up until the sun goes down, is that all day?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that never changes. Because in the book it says it never changes. So that's our clue. Okay? So I'm going to write that they work long hours. Ooh. Okay, so that's our first idea. We work long hours. So we have another idea. So I'm going to go back and look at these cows because we talked about the cows. Okay, do you see the picture of the cow?
Yeah.
What are they doing, Audrina, here? What is he doing here in these pictures? It's the same. It's then and it's now. Do you remember what they're doing to the cows? Mackenzie, do you remember? Can you look at the picture and help Audrina out? What's the man doing to the cow? Is he feeding the cow? Does it look like he's feeding them? There's the face. Is he feeding them?
Yeah.
What do we drink from cows, Mackenzie?
In the hand.
What do we drink from cows? We drink it at lunch every day.
One more one.
What do we drink from cows? Who knows?
No.
Jesus. Oh. I heard Erica say it. Yep, milk. Erica, what were you going to say? Milk. We drink milk from cows. So what are they doing in this picture? They're milking the cows. Can you say milking the cows? So see how the man is milking the cows right here with the stool using his hands? And over here, are they using lots of machines to milk the cow? Do you see the machines? Do you see the machines, Jesus? So they're using machines. So do we still milk cows then and today?
Yeah.
We do. We do still milk cows then and today. All right, so we're going to try to come up with another one. So this is milk cows. So milk cows. And I remember someone at my table, Audrina, your opinion was you would like to feed animals. Because that's what you said you liked the book. You said you would like to feed the animal carrots. So let's talk about feeding the animals. Let me see if I can find it. Feed the animals. Oh, here we go. So right here, back then, what are they doing? They're feeding them what? You wrote about this yesterday. What are these called? Carrots. They're feeding them carrots. Do they still feed them today too?
No.
They don't, Caleb?
No.
What do they do? Let them starve? What do you think, Jesus? Do they feed them still? Yeah, they do. Erica, do you think they feed them still?
Yeah.
Yeah, but back then they used vegetables and today they use their crops, okay? So we're gonna write that they feed animals. So that's the same too. So that's another idea. Okay. So feeding animals. All right, we're gonna come up with one more idea. This one might be a tricky one. All right, so this one, it's called time to harvest. And harvest means that they're collecting the crops, okay? So back then, look at the tools that they used to collect the crops. They were harvesting crops with tools, but now they're using a machine to harvest crops. But are they still harvesting crops? They're still collecting, because do you still eat food every day?
Yeah.
What did we just eat for Jesus' birthday?
Cookie.
Cupcakes. So do we eat food every day?
No.
Yeah, and so farmers harvest crops. Jesus is the line leader. Oh my goodness,
Yeah.
what a lucky day. He is a line leader on his birthday. Okay, so we're gonna write harvest crops. So that means they collect the food. Because you guys like to eat in here.
Puppy food.
Yeah. So they're collecting the food. Okay, so farming back then was not so different than it is today. So let's go over it really quick, okay? So some things on the farms never change. Can we all say work long hours?
Work long hours.
Milk cows.
Milk cows.
Feed animals.
Feed animals.
Harvest crops.
Harvest crops.
Okay?
You guys are supposed
So
to be
those things never change. All right. So now we're going to move on to something else.